Hello children, welcome to 8th Chemistry online classes. Materials, metals and non-metals. So in this chapter, we are learning the chemical properties of metals and non-metals. And today we are going to learn the last property, that is called displacement reactions. Let us see what is displacement reaction. Chemical properties of metals and nonmetals. Last property, that is called displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. So before going to the definition of that reaction, I'll just tell one example or one activity. See, when iron nail put in copper sulfate solution. See, in this picture you can clearly see that in the beaker contain copper sulfate solution, and what is the color of that copper sulfate solution? That is blue color. Okay, copper sulfate has blue color. Iron nail dipped or put in copper sulfate solution like this. Then color of solution changes from blue to light green. Okay. And when we keep or when we put this a new iron nail in this blue copper sulfate solution and let it be there for one day, full day, we just keep without any disturbance. And after one day, we just see that solution, we can see that the color, the blue color changes to light green color. You can see here, this blue color copper sulfate changes to green color, and a reddish brown coating of copper is seen on iron nail. Before it was a fresh nail, a silvery iron nail, but after putting the nail in the copper sulfate solution, a brown coating, that's brown coating is the copper. You can see here, this is little bit thick here. Before, see here it is thin, but here it is little bit thick. That is the deposit of copper or copper coating. Okay, reddish brown coating of copper is seen on iron nail. So I'm saying once again this activity. First we put one fresh iron nail to or new iron nail into this copper sulfate solution. So when you see that copper sulfate solution, its color is blue, and we just keep that thing without any disturbance for one day. After one day we just observe, so you can see that its color changes from blue to green, light green, and a deposit or coating of copper on this iron nail. Okay, so we just write that in a chemical way. See, iron, that is the iron nail. Iron nail put in copper sulfate solution. Okay, so you can write iron plus copper sulfate gives what here? A green color water. That is called iron sulfate. Iron sulfate. First it is copper sulfate and this iron come here. Okay, so it is called as iron sulfate, and copper is here. Copper is here. Okay, and then that using the chemical symbols, iron Fe and copper sulfate is CuSO4 gives FeSO4 plus Cu. I think you already studied this in 7th standard. I'm not remember, but I think like that. Anyway, I'll just tell what happened here. See, these two are metals, iron and copper. Iron and copper, both are metals. And this copper is this chemically combined with this sulfate. That everything you will learn in higher classes, but you just understand copper sulfate. Okay, so this iron also metal and copper is also a metal, and iron is more stronger than copper. Iron is the reactivity, the basis of reactivity. Iron is more stronger than copper. So what iron do? Iron take this copper out copper out, and iron come to this place. See, iron come to this place. You just imagine two children. One is more stronger than other. So that weaker child is sitting on a chair. Okay. So what this stronger child do? The stronger child take that weaker child and he sit on that. The stronger child sit on that chair. The same way here two children iron and copper. Here who is strong? Iron. Iron is stronger than copper. So iron take this copper and sit in that place. Okay, that is called displacement. This iron displaces copper and come to this place. That is iron sulfate. Then copper is allowed. So that copper is on the deposit of this iron nail. Okay, so we can take that when we scratch that part, we will get copper only. So that is called displacement reaction. Now we just read the definition. A more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from its compound. So here it is compound. Copper sulfate is a compound. From its compound in aqueous solution. Aqueous solution means just we add some water also. So when we add water, then only that reaction will take place. That is why we are calling it as aqueous solution. Such a reaction is known as displacement reaction. And children, in your textbook there is many examples given. So I'm suggesting don't go more to that. Just understand this only, this slide only. About displacement reaction, you studied this only. Because I'm saying because in the 10th standard the same thing you will study. Okay, the same thing. So understand only, take this example and study. And one thing also I want to tell. So here we put iron nail in copper sulfate. We just think like this. When we put copper nail or copper piece in iron sulfate. Got it? This reverse. Okay. In that iron sulfate, we put copper nail. The iron sulfate, we put copper nail or copper piece. Anything will happen? No, because copper is less strong. Okay, here iron is more strong. Copper is less strong, so nothing will happen when we do like that. So understand, in this example, iron is more stronger than or more reactive metal than copper. That is why iron displaces copper and form iron sulfate. Got it, children? So the last part of the chapter, that is uses of metals and non-metals. As discussed above, metals are hard, malleable, ductile, and sonorous, and are hence can be used for. These all are the physical properties of metals. Okay, we studied already. So because of these physical properties, these metals being used for making machinery, making automobiles, trains, and aeroplanes, making cooking utensils and water boilers, making industrial gadgets and satellite, etc. Non-metals also have several uses, such as essential for life, such as oxygen. So we know that oxygen is a non-metal. Oxygen is a gas and oxygen is a non-metal, and it is essential for life. Used as fertilizers, nitrogen, phosphorus, these all are the important ingredients of fertilizers. So this nitrogen and phosphorus also a non-metal. Used to purify water, such as chlorine. We know that to kill the germs, we add chlorine into the water. To purify water, chlorine. Applied on wounds as an antiseptic, such as purple colored iodine solution. So iodine is also a non-metal, and iodine solution is used as an antiseptic lotion used in crackers such as sulfur. Cracker, you know that cracker. So in that crackers, sulfur is used. So sulfur is also a non-metal. In many other uses also there. If you have getting any other uses of metals or non-metals, you can write that also in your textbook. Okay, with your pencil. So we already finished this chapter, and this chapter is very important. And the same name, you can see this chapter in 10th standard also. Same name, metals and non-metals. So that is the basic of 10th class, this chapter. So all of you read the textbook, and first you have to watch that all videos under this chapter. All I put in your Google Classroom. So all of you go and watch the video. First watch the video and read the textbook. Okay? And if you have any doubt, you can call me. Okay, children? So thank you. All the best.